All right, so I'm back out here at the south property where I moved the tiny house to. Now I call it the tiny house because it's no longer my tiny house. But she's here underneath this giant maple tree, and right now she's hooked up to no utilities. It's just the house sitting here on blocks. So it needs water, power, septic, and internet. So we're gonna run all the utilities through ditches down to the tiny house. And for the septic / waste, we're going to install a 1,000-gallon tank in the ground. And it's not gonna be a full septic system, it'll just be a tank. And when the tank gets full, a pump truck is gonna come out here and pump everything out of it and empty it. And they'll just do that periodically. So to do the excavation, we rented a 50G John Deere excavator. I got that jumping jack compactor. I'll use that later when I'm installing the tank. And I got my laser here. That's going to be super important for installing the tank. First step here is to figure out where this tank is going and figuring out the grade that it needs to be so that we have drop from the tiny house to the tank. It's kind of a mess in here, so let's figure out where this tank is going to go. All right, I think this spot will work right here. We got plenty of drop from the tiny house to that area over there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, that's the bottom grade. Still got to go a lot deeper. Yep. And these holes always seem way deeper than they're supposed to be, but got to go down. All right, Dave's here with the rock. All right, the rock is here. Now it's time to get back to digging. Once the base of this is level, then I'll bring some gravel in, level that out, and then it's ready for the tank. think I put too much gravel in here. I only need like 2 inches at the bottom. Alright, well, it's the next day, and I was supposed to have the tank with me on this trailer that I'm towing behind the truck, but there was a problem with the tank, so my plans kind of got ruined for the day. But I'm going to do all of the trenching that I can do, aside from crossing the driveway, and try and get all that ditching done, and we'll just have to put in the tank tomorrow. Unless I can get it tonight. We'll see. We'll see. Look who's here, baby. What are you doing, girl? You ready to do some trenching? You ready to do some trenching, girl? Are you ready? Are you ready? Fireman, fireman. The tank, and I'm coming up the driveway. First thing I'm gonna do is finish the trenching, I think, or maybe I'll just abandon that and get to putting the tank in the ground. I guess you'll find out based on what clip you see next.
Okay, hang on. All right, I think we got it. Go down. Oh, nope, I didn't get far enough towards me.
Go to rehook the chain.
Look at it. That you want it closer than that, right?
Yeah, we're gonna try and get it a little closer, I think.
There we go. Okay.
How's that?
Hang on. Looks pretty good.
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can... Oh, that's perfect. All right.
Love it when that happens.
All right, got the tank in the hole. It's nice and level. Now it's time to backfill this thing. All right, that is super compact now. Nice and packed in there. Once that thing starts hitting the ground and it starts bouncing back and not pushing down on the soil, that's when you know you've got compaction. And we need that all the way around the tank so that this thing will not move when it's in the ground. Before it even gets full of liquid, it's going to be sitting solid in the ground. So yesterday I got the tank sufficiently backfilled to the point where I can now make all of these connections. So I'm just working on gluing all these pipe fittings together now.
Try to evade it, to suppress it. You can do all of that. It's always a trade-off. They are now terrified of it, and they are hoping these ideas will bring them out of the realm of theory and put them into action. Average life expectancy would put him at, maybe he's got, and you can't hide from cancer. Proposal in a letter to Twitter executives, which there is no immediate replacement. If Musk is really taking this site private,
big opening there. There we go. Beautiful. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the fittings to make this connection right here, so that'll have to wait until tomorrow. Well, I couldn't find a caulking gun to put sealant around those riser pipes, so I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow. I got a few hours of daylight left here, so I'm gonna work on plumbing this. You get this water line ran in the ditch. I figure I can get that done before sundown, so might as well accomplish one more task before the end of this day. Oh, thank you, Al, for letting me borrow your caulking gun.
prior to about 10 years ago. There were almost none at all to understand who they actually are.
All right, this is finally the final step of the installation process of this tank. It's ready to be completely backfilled now, but I'm going to first go up and finish digging the trench across the driveway because I've confirmed with neighbor Al that he's not going to leave today. So this is my chance to get that dug, put the pipes in the ground, and then backfill so that I don't impede on Al or anybody else's ability to come and go here on the property. All right, this pipe is ready to go in the ditch. All right, we're across the driveway. It goes all the way down there. Now I just have to figure out the length that this pipe needs to be and the length that that pipe needs to be so that they can join on a post here with a junction box. I always envisioned envision doing this exact thing just for myself.
On a piece of land.
On a piece of land.
With that
Now
house.
it's happening.
Do you feel, is there a part of you that's kind of going, I wish I hadn't done this. I'm not quite sure I really want to do this.
Not really. Okay, so now let's run the internet cable into that. Because this cable for the internet is going to be one continuous run, but it's still going to go through this junction box. So it's going to 90 up, 90 into the box, 90 down, and then 90 into the ditch. But I'm running it all down to the tiny house from here, and then JoJo's going to bring it back up, and then we'll run it through again. Because if we just try to pull it through all those turns, there's no way. There would be too much tension and we wouldn't be able to pull it through. So I don't know how well I explain that. I'm pretty brain dead right now, but it makes sense to me, and hopefully it'll work the way I want it to. Oh no.
What?
I mean,
What?
oh, it's gonna be difficult. How am I gonna do that? Oh, I guess I could do this. No, not necessarily. Okay, there we go. Whew. We did it, JoJo.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
You're holding your breath, weren't you? I can
Wow.
feel it. Again, breathe.
That is such a cluster F. Oh my gosh. It may seem like I got it all together here and I'm like, oh, this is no problem, but
really, you're putting it all together as you go, huh?
yeah. All right, all that pipe is in the ditch, across the driveway at least. Time to backfill, head home, and we'll tackle more tomorrow.
He talked lovingly about his dad. It compromises your ability to really stand firm on your message. So my hope.
This is the final pull. Oh my gosh, victory!
Victory! It's
All the wire is down here.
Woohoo!
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
I pulled a late night tonight because I needed to know exactly what fittings and things I need tomorrow to finally finish everything. So I'm gonna grab some stuff from the hardware store in the morning and then come back. This should be the final day tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that popped into my mind, dude. You know, that's kind of like what we're talking about, what we're doing with these books, but something that's a little bit different, you know?
Yeah.
And anyway, so someday, I think, if you're up for it.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. There's like 2 puzzles or something like that. Like there's one that leads to another, and then anyway, so.
Yeah, that would be cool.
All right, well, talk to you later, man.
All right, talk to you later.
All right.
Bye. All right, moment of truth here. Time to test everything out. Oh. Okay, come on, baby. Let's see. Nope. Oh my gosh, it works. Woo! It works. Okay. All right, now it's time to test the water. Let's see what's happening down there. It's working its way through the pipe. Oh, there we go. Water, baby. Yeah, do a pressure test. That's off. Now let's check the one connection that I have up there and see if there's any leaks. Okay, here it is. Looks dry as a bone in here. Slip this over there. I'm gonna spray some great stuff in there later. And it'll be super protected after that. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of my video. This was a very complex project here. I cut out a lot of dialogue in this video, but if you would like to hear some of the behind the scenes about this project, specifically the tiny house utilities project, check out the link in the description to my website, diegotryshard.com. I just finished recording a video where I sit and talk about some of the finer details behind this project, and I'd like to do videos like that going forward and post them on my website for those who are interested in some of the behind the scenes stuff. I try and make my videos so that they are kind of fast paced and enjoyable to watch, use some music, different cool transitions, video effects, and I kind of cut out some of the more boring stuff. But if you're interested in some of those finer details, that is what my website is for, so check that out if you're interested. Thanks again for watching. See you guys on the next project, whatever that happens to be. My life is very random, as you might know by looking at the content on my channel. Thanks.